All right, Chris, you want to talk us through 3 things on the new Litefit Plus concrete construction harness?
Sure. So what we're going to be comparing and contrasting is there's been a little confusion in the market. Is we have a Litefit Plus construction harness. So a construction harness, no matter which line you're talking about, comes with your 3 D-rings. So 2 on the hip, 1 on the back, and then an integrated work belt and waist pad. Then we have the brand new Litefit Plus concrete construction harness. And again, because it's a construction harness, it comes with the 3 D-rings, the integrated work belt, and waist pad. So what makes them different? So we have 3 basic design changes. Number 1, the first one we're going to notice is our chest connection. So the new concrete construction is going to have a pass-through chest where all regular Litefit Pluses are going to have a quick connect chest. The second differentiator you're going to notice is that we have a twin leg spacer that comes pre-installed. So the twin leg spacer does a few things. Number 1, even if you're not using it for twin legs or the new personal length class 2s, it's going to keep your D-ring pointed up, which enables you to avoid having to use any kind of D-ring extender, as most guys can reach their D-ring here as opposed to trying to fish around for it back here. But where it really comes to be invaluable is anytime you're using a pin style adapter. So as I mentioned previously, that's going to be anytime you're in these personal length class 2s or leading edge units, or if you have any kind of twin leg adapter on there in order to get 2 SRLs on there at one time. So with everything in fall protection, we're going to have 2 actions to open. We have a button here at the top, button here at the end. Both need to be depressed at the same time in order to release the pin. And with the spacer that now comes pre-installed on this concrete construction harness, we're able to easily slide it back in there behind the webbing. Now I will mention that this is an accessory that you can purchase separately and install on your standard construction harness. All right, but the advantage of having it there is to easily get the pin in and out. Go ahead and install that real quick. Okay. And then we would take this Velcro here and we would actually attach it to the webbing on the way down the back. All right. So the third advantage or differentiator here of this new concrete construction harness is going to be here in the waist pad and the belt itself. So if you can see how stiff the waist pad is as compared to the standard one that's easily folded over itself, and what the stiffness of this waist pad and belt are going to accomplish is these guys that are doing the concrete work as they're climbing the forms, they have a fairly good amount of weight hanging from their belts. And what was happening is this one is kind of folding over itself. So by stiffening all this up, it enables everything to stay where you want it, stays comfortable, reduces the contact points, and helps increase the airflow between the harness and the body, staying cool, especially in the warmer months. And so those are the 3 things where they differentiate. Number 1, pass-through chest versus a quick connect. Number 2, pre-installed twin leg spacer. And number 3, the stiffness and the redesign of the waist belt and the tool belt itself.
Hey Chris, is the twin leg spacer mandatory if you install a personal SRL on your harness?
No, it's not mandatory. If you're changing them out on and off a lot, then it does make life a little bit easier. It is still very important, even on the concrete construction where it comes pre-installed, that the user does take the time to properly fit the harness prior to wearing. But if you don't have a spacer or haven't bought the concrete construction version, what you're going to do is you're just going to kind of pull out and you're going to create that opening, and this pin is still going to go underneath and behind the webbing, under the D-ring and behind the webbing. It just can be a little bit more tedious without that space being held open for you. So here it is. And then you would be able to tighten down the webbing as they wear it. And and you still have the D-ring pointed up. But again, Velcro on the back of the back pad there, the secondary shock absorber to the webbing down your back.
All right, beautiful.
So while it does make it easier, it is not mandatory. It just needs to be under the D-ring and behind the webbing.
All right, thanks, Chris.
Thank you.